Don't you ever, ever, ever consume these products from an airplane from a flight attendant.
Travel tips and secrets from a flight attendant.
Rule number 1, never consume any liquid that is not in a can or a bottle. The reason being is because those water tanks are never cleaned and they are disgusting. So talk to a flight attendant. We rarely drink the coffee or tea. They come from the same water tank, and so when you're drinking that coffee and tea, it comes from that hot water, and it's absolutely disgusting. So these little coffee guys, they are rarely cleaned unless they are broken. These guys are taken out and cleaned in between flights, but the whole machine is never cleaned, and they're by the lavatories. So pro tip for all you parents, never ask for hot water and put it in your baby's bottle. Ask for a bottled water on the side and hot water in a cup. Then make your baby a bottle with the bottled water and put it in the cup and heat it up.
The nastiest parts on an airplane from a flight attendant. First things first, do not touch the backseat pocket. They clean them out between flights, but they don't sanitize them. Think of all the dirty tissues, barf bags, and garbage that has been in there. Next, if you're going to use your tray table, make sure you sanitize it. I have seen so many parents use this as a changing table for their child's diaper, and then they put it in the backseat pocket. Yeah, those air vents, they've seen thousands of hands. Wipe them down before you touch them. Next up is our safety guide cards. We don't sanitize them, and a lot of people touch and read these to pass by time. Yeah, just wipe it. Next, when entering the lavatory, use a tissue to lock the door. And a little tip for females, you can always find pads hidden in a compartment in the lavatory.
Here are some secret spots on an airplane from a flight attendant. Okay, before I tell you guys, first things first, don't even try to get into these spots because A, you won't have access. We have special keys to get there. And B, you don't know where it's at on the aircraft. Only us flight attendants know where it's at. And C, you'll get kicked off the plane and get in big trouble. So don't do it. Okay, so there could be flight attendants sleeping below your feet or above your head. So depending how long the flight is on miles, we get a rest. So half the crew will climb down these little steps or go up the steps, and they'll be able to sleep in these bunk beds. Here's just one little picture of it. They're super claustrophobic, really small, but usually they have a curtain so you have some privacy. You'll have to buckle in because there's turbulence, but after your rest is done, you get to swap with the other crew, and depending on your seniority, you get to choose what bunk bed and then what rest you go on. Pilots also get theirs. It's in business class, so they're closest to the flight deck, but they get a rest too. Have you ever wondered how a flight attendant gets paid? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly how we get paid. Okay, starting off, when this boarding door is open, we're not getting planes. So we're getting on the plane and getting off the plane. We're not getting paid for that. What we get paid for is called in-flight hours. This is when the boarding doors close, and that is our base pay. So make sure you're really nice to those flight attendants because we're not getting paid for that. What we do get paid though is something that's called per diem, and that's when we're on our trip. We're at a hotel, we're looking at the Eiffel Tower, we're in Boise, Idaho. It's about $1.50 to $2.50 depending on where you are in your destination. And you get that when you're eating, sleeping, whatever. Next thing is every flight attendant starts on the exact same pay. Doesn't matter your qualifications, everyone starts at the exact same rate. Another perk is if you get pregnant while you're a flight attendant, you can go out on immediate leave when you are pregnant, and you get short-term disability pay. And then you have the option to stay out on leave until the baby is 1 year old.